One of the most difficult things about learning English is understanding the cultural norms.
Sorry, I'm just Lia's hiding behind a coat.
The British people are very indirect, so we're going to give you some examples, aren't we?
We are. We're going to show you some scenarios that you might encounter in England so that you can decipher what English people are trying to say to you.
Let's get going. Welcome to Real English.
With real teachers. With Harry and Charlie. So we're about to jump into the first scene. Remember that this video has been done in 2 parts and you'll find the second part over on Joel and Lia's channel. So make sure you check that out. I will leave a link to that video at the end of this one.
Oh my gosh, it's only 6 o'clock. Where are we going next?
Oh, I can't hang around, sorry.
Oh, what? Really?
Yeah, no, it's just my cousin's friend. She's in hospital, so I've got to go and visit her.
Oh,
and then I've got some shopping later and I've really got to do.
Oh, right.
So I'm going to head off now, I think.
Okay.
Oh,
that's so sad.
I
I wish you could stay longer.
I know, me too. It's just my cousin's friend. I'm just really sorry. But,
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
So good to meet.
Yeah.
That was so uncomfortable, wasn't it?
It was. It certainly was. Why do people feel the need to make an excuse of that extremity?
Well, I think this is really, really British. When we have to leave a social situation, like Joel on his date, he didn't want to stay with Lia much longer. He was bored, maybe he wasn't attracted to her. And instead of saying, you know, I want to go, he had to come up with a very convincing excuse. This is very British. Even when I'm with good friends, I always feel like I have to say why I'm going. I can't just say, I'm off.
No, I feel the same. Yeah, you can't. It's British law.
And you probably couldn't say what you actually want to do. You couldn't say, oh, I just want to go home and chill.
No, you don't say, oh, I want to have time away from you. Goodbye.
So I find it really interesting if you, the subscriber, the person watching, what's it like in your country if you're in a situation like this, you want to go home, you want to do your own things, would you say, I've got to go? Or would you come up with an excuse, like Joel, saying your cousin's ill or you have some really important things to be working on? I want to know, so leave that in the comments below.
I often use, I've got a class to attend to. So, gotta go, I've got a class, got a Skype class.
So yeah, I'm probably going to leave her.
Really? I think that's for the best.
Yeah, she's a tart. But yeah, whose round is it anyway?
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. Make mine a Guinness and you have whatever you want.
It's his round, but he doesn't understand.
I just bought him a drink. I just bought him like a pint and he didn't offer me a round. So I felt like I had to go and get another one.
So you're too polite for your own good, and it takes a damage on your wallet, or your wallet takes the hit.
Exactly, my wallet takes the hit, and to be honest, I probably wouldn't be so British to not say, look, mate, I think it's your round. But do you think there are British people who are like this, Charlie?
Well, I think there's moments, especially if you've met them just that day. Maybe, I think at a wedding this could happen, where you've been generous to begin with, and a lot of the time we squabble over that. Mostly, if you're polite enough, you sort of say, oh no, I'll get this first round. Do you do that?
Yeah, absolutely. Like amongst my small group of friends in Bedford, when we meet up for a drink, there's always one person who will want to buy the first round. And it will almost be an argument as to who will pay for the first round. Like my friend Chris always wants to get the first round. He gets his card out and he's like, oh, I'll get the first round. What do you want? What do you want? And I'm like, no, I'll get it. He's like, no, I'll get the first round. What do you want to drink?
I think that's a bit of an ego boost, because he knows that the first round is the most sober round and everyone remembers that. and it's probably the cheapest because the shots come in later. So he's doing a trick there. But at a wedding scene, I can imagine you've not met them before and you are polite enough to say, oh, would you like a bottle of wine or something? If the bride and groom are being stingy. And then after that bottle, it's kind of like they disappear and then it's like, you wanna get me? And then you don't say it.
Yeah, I think that's a good example. So when Brits are around new people, they'd feel too awkward to say, okay, I think I got the last one, so I think maybe it's your turn to pay. And we're too polite and we'll go and get another one.
We are too polite, but then at the same time, we also backstab because we talk about each other behind our backs and we say, he didn't get me around last night.
Yeah, it's so true. And there's no person who's more frowned upon in England than someone who doesn't buy around.
Yeah, sneaky. It's probably something I'd do.
You guys, can you please leave your comments below about this matter? What do you do in your countries? What's the habit of buying rounds? And what would you do in this situation in which I found myself? Would you have bought another round, or would you have said, look mate, it's your turn to buy?
Oh, so nice to see you.
Thank you.
Oh my god, your hair. It's brilliant. Did you get it done?
Thanks. Yeah, I got a little blow dry.
Yeah?
Yeah, you're looking. I love your coat is amazing. So nice.
But
It's lovely.
you've seen it lots of times.
Oh yeah, it's so nice and warm.
Was that uncomfortable for you? It was uncomfortable for me.
That was awkward as fuck. From my perspective, correct me if I'm wrong, Charlie, but you were giving Lia a very genuine compliment about her hair, right?
I think so, yeah. I felt like I meant that compliment about her hair. It was new to me, so I wanted to say it. But Lia didn't really know how to respond, did she?
She didn't. She kind of just felt a bit awkward. She couldn't accept it and say, oh yeah, I'm really happy with it. She kind of didn't know how to say it. And the way that she came back was she just instantly reciprocated with something else.
Yeah, you're looking. I love your coat is amazing. So nice.
But it didn't work, it felt empty, and we all go away feeling uncomfortable. And that's exactly what British people like to do.
I don't think we like to, but it happens a lot.
Yeah. We don't choose to, but we do as a social group, we decide on making it uncomfortable. It's kind of like as soon as a compliment comes to you, you put up this shield of like, doom, doom, like you try and defend it.
Yeah, you almost feel guilty receiving a compliment. You feel like, I'm not deserving of this, or I must give something back. Like the other day, I had a date, and I haven't told you about this, Charlie. I complimented her. I said, you look really nice tonight. And then she instantly said the same thing back to me. Maybe she was thinking it, but it's like, you don't need to reciprocate,
Did you tell her that? Did you say, you don't need to say that?
I did, yeah.
So you're not going on a second date, I assume?
No, it actually went quite well. What about you, Charlie? Can you take a compliment?
I actually immediately try to think of something funny to say back.
Okay. And if I said, you're looking quite trim, I can see that your workouts are really paying off. How would you respond to that?
I'm immediately trying to think of a joke, but it's not coming to me.
That's very British, actually. Yeah, you get a compliment and you try to make light of it. You try to kind of you self-deprecate or something.
So yeah, that's the British way. Compliment and respond with a joke, if you can, unlike me.
Or respond with a non-genuine compliment about the other person. But what about in your country? Tell us in the comments below, what do you do? Does this sound strange to you? What do you think about ways?